Hey, howdy, hey everybody, Servo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we just got patch notes for the upcoming Dapper Delights update, and I think the expansion as well. So we're going to go over all those things, check out the new features, and I hope to find some really amazing quality of life changes, lots of bug fixes. Hopefully the Switch gets, fixed a little bit. I'm hoping so. All of that is in today's video. If you guys do enjoy this video or any of my content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The update is just like 2 days away, and I will be live streaming the update as per usual, so make sure that you ring that bell so you can get notified, and we can dive into the update together. So let's just jump right into this. So here it is. They said beignets, bug fixes, and more. Check out our patch notes for all that's arriving in the Dapper Delights update and Act 3 of DLV A Rift in Time expansion pass holders launching on August 21st. So we're actually going to read all of this because sometimes they include like a single sentence in there that's really important. So they said, "Hey Valley villagers, it's the Monday before an update launch, and you know what that means, patch notes. Over the last 2 weeks, we've shared some exciting previews of what you can expect from this update. From the Valley to the developer update, and we're excited to share even more today. Similar to the Thrills and Frills update in May, the Dapper Delights update will include some much anticipated content for base game owners, as well as the thrilling conclusion to A Rift in Time, available to all expansion pass owners. As always, scroll down for a breakdown of the new content, quality of life improvements, bug fixes, and more that you can expect from this update." And then, it's arriving this Wednesday. So let's take a look at the new content. Now, this is what is available to all players. They said a new character, revel in the magic of cooking as you welcome Tiana from Disney's The Princess and the Frog to the Valley, alongside new friendship quests and unique items. So we already knew that. We're getting our girl Tiana finally. I really can't wait. I'm hoping they capture her personality really well within the game. She's going to have some friendship quests. We're also going to be dealing with Mother Gothel again, and then some unique new items. So very cool. Now we're also getting a new restaurant. Tiana's Palace is open for business, providing villagers a new spot to grab a meal with friends. I think that's just going to be great overall for, the game, especially if you're a new player just coming into Dreamlight Valley. You are now going to have access to 2 restaurants whenever you unlock Tiana, rather than just Remy like we've had for the past 2 years. Remy's done us good. I'll still be going there, but I'm very happy to have a new restaurant town. And then a new stall. Visit Tiana's meal stall to purchase delicious meals rotating daily. I think they said these can be like level 5-star recipes. So I'm not sure how much they're going to be. Hopefully not too much money, but also not so cheap that it defeats the purpose of ever cooking unless you're like an endgame player. Now here we go. They said a new star path, also named Dapper Delights, makes a statement with a new dream style for Donald Duck. We've seen that in the trailer. And clothing, hairstyles, makeup, and furniture inspired by the Roaring 20s. We've seen a few of these. They also said we were going to get feather boas added to the game. So I guess that's going to be like a neck piece. It might be interesting to use, especially in some dream snaps. Now here's something that's new, because we knew all of that. A new signature bundle in the premium shop, Ariel's Royal Bundle, offers a wide range of customization items inspired by The Little Mermaid, including a dream style for Ariel, a house style inspired by Prince Eric's village, and clothing items and furniture that exudes opulence. Oh my gosh, so we are getting a new signature bundle. We had Stitch, and now we're getting Ariel. I'm still surprised because there's so many characters that still don't even have a dream styles. And Ariel's getting one, but I am happy for this one. I'm wondering when they're ever going to add a Beauty and the Beast dream style where we actually get Beast's new dream style, like his human form. It's been 2 years. I'm shocked that we haven't got that yet, because I'm sure almost everyone would buy that, but I do love my girl Ariel. I'm glad she's getting more. She did get the Winter Dream style not too long ago, half a year ago. But I'm excited to see what it's going to look like in a house style inspired by Prince Eric's village. I also feel like we have quite a few cottage core type of houses and stuff, but I will be picking this up and dropping a video on that on the first day, so you can take a look and see if it's worth your moonstones. Up next, they said weekly rotations to look forward to. Keep an eye out for new optional items in the premium shop, along with some returning favorites, as well as new weekly Dream Snap challenges. Okay, so they usually do that anyways. New shipment alert. Scrooge McDuck is receiving new items. Oh, here we go. Here's something new. A new type of furniture. Keep an eye out for future furniture that allows you to interact with it to gather random villagers for a photo op. They're actually adding something where you can go ahead and just gather all of the characters for Dream Snaps. Please let us be able to like place them in specific spots and areas so they can face the camera. If we could activate it where they could do random poses and stuff, that would be really cool. Now, this is especially because I think the most valuable thing in life is time, and DLV wastes a lot of my time because they have us like, it's just frustrating if you're trying to get a bunch of characters and then they're not looking the right way. So if they ever help us out with that, I would love it, because it would make it where Dream Snap creating is more about creativity rather than, you know, getting frustrated and trying to make something work that just doesn't want to work. So a new type of furniture. It says keep an eye out for future furniture that allows you to interact with it to gather random villagers for a photo op. So I don't know if it's going to be as advanced as that or if they're just going to come over there. At least it's something. We're heading in the right direction either way. Now, if you previously purchased the Nefarious tool set or Skeletools tool set from the premium shop, you will receive a complimentary matching Royal Hourglass skin. Okay, the Royal Hourglass skin styles will be included as part of these. And then, of course, the Arcade Edition does not include the Star. All right, so the new content available for all players, we still got to read through the rest of it. All of this we already knew, and it also doesn't look to be very much content. We are getting a new bundle that you're going to have to pay for. And then that it's pretty much just some new Scrooge items and then a new furniture piece. So hopefully there's more in this update than that. Here we go. So new content, the expansion pass, or for expansion pass owners. Return to Ancient's Landing for Act 3, Treasures of Time, which is the final act of Disney Dreamlight Valley, A Rift in Time. I will answer this just because I get asked it a lot on my videos. This will be the final for that quest line. So if you paid for a Rift in Time, this is it. If you already own a Rift in Time, you will have access to this for free because you already paid for it. There's no part 4 or 5. It's just 1, 2, and then now Act 3. So Jafar makes his way from Eternity Isle to the valley, opening the door to new friendship quests and new unique items. So yeah, Jafar is actually, we're going to get Jafar after this little encounter. Now bring a touch of unpredictability to Scramble Coin with the new Jafar figurine, which changes its movement with each turn it spends on the board. Oh, okay. So he's going to be a very advanced character. Now, that is all they showed in the patch notes for the expansion, but that doesn't mean it's going to be super small. I'm hoping they're leaving a lot out, a lot to be, you know, found with this update, because so far, not a lot of content here. Now we got improvements available to all players, edit mode, furniture, and wardrobe. So they're adding a search filter, finally, to the furniture and wardrobe menus, added the ability to mark items as favorites or hidden in the furniture and wardrobe menus, adding these items to relevant new categories and surfacing favorite items to the top. So that's just what it says there. If you have items you like, you could toggle it, have a heart on it, makes it a favorite, and it'll bring it to the top whenever you go to specific type of menus. So it's pretty cool. Added the ability to save custom outfit presets, making it easy to switch between full outfits. It's kind of like the mannequin feature, but instead of it being indoors, you have it in your inventory. It looked like it was going to be a max of 4 custom presets. Added a new tag to items in the wardrobe and furniture menu. I wonder what they mean by that. A new item tag. Oh, okay. So added a new item tag to items in the wardrobe and furniture menu. That's cool. I wish they would revert it. So, you know how like the recent items that you acquire, the new ones are all the way at the bottom? I wish they just reversed it and had it all the way at the top. I think that would be so much helpful than the way they have it now. Added a new sorting option to the wardrobe and furniture menus, and then added the ability to remove all furniture from a room at once, resetting a room. That's cool, but I need it for a biome. I need to be able to drag and highlight a large area and delete a bunch of stuff at once. So again, if they're going in the right direction, at least we're getting it for rooms, so you can fully reset a room if that's going to save you some time. So, I mean, I'm all for time savers. Oh, hold up. Here we go. Photo mode added 2 new full body avatar poses to photo mode. This is awesome because I'm sure a lot of us get tired of seeing the same poses in Dream Snaps and also using the same poses for 2 years. We are now getting 2 new ones, and the only time we would ever get different ones is if you got a new companion like Hey or something, and then you would get a new pose through that way. But getting 2 new full body avatar poses is awesome. I'm very happy about that. Now, activities, they said added a toggle to the settings menu that replaces fishing and time bending button presses with a hold button prompt. Okay, so that's going to make it a little easier for some players. So instead of like clicking on the thing, you're just going to hold it. So fishing is going to be a little bit easier. So that's great. Added a toggle to the cooking menu that turns off the result screen and animation while cooking, speeding up the cooking process. Let's go. Oh, I'm so hyped for that. So literally after you get done cooking a dish, you can make it where it doesn't do the little animation, or like if you're with Remy, he's not doing the whole smelling and stuff like that. It just takes it off so you can cook even faster. All right, looks like Remy special deliveries are getting some changes. So they increased the base number of wrought iron rewarded for requests to 6 while increasing the max reward to 15. Okay, so what that means is before, the least amount you could get per day per quest was 1 wrought iron and 5 was the maximum. Now they're saying they changed it where 6 is the least amount you could possibly receive, and then 15 is the max amount per day. So that's really cool. They also reduced the amount of wrought iron required to craft certain tables and chairs. They increased the amount of wrought iron rewarded for completing Stitch's big order, and then they reduced the number of pies needed for the pie eating contest. I will say, I don't know why this was an issue anyways, because like, what made them think that 25 pies, making 25 pies for a quest and getting 1 wrought iron was ever going to be okay? So I am very happy they're listening and they're, you know, correcting their mistakes. But I feel like this could have been prevented if they viewed it when they're developing the game, if they viewed it from the player's perspective, because some of that was just too crazy. Now, they said if you've unlocked Remy's special deliveries, keep an eye out for a message in your mailbox from Remy detailing the above changes and gift you some wrought iron for your troubles. This will be available until mid-September. Okay, so this is only available until mid-September, so you have about a month once this update drops. Actually, maybe a little bit less than a month, 3 weeks to 4 weeks. So make sure you get that out of your mailbox as soon as possible. I'm not sure how much wrought iron they'll give us. Probably like, what do you guys think? Maybe 20? 15 maybe? Something like that. They also adjusted the wrought iron to iron ingot crafting recipe to appear only after the completion for the first Remy special delivery quest to limit confusion. Yeah, that's just, there's a recipe in there that allows you to convert your iron ingots or your wrought iron into iron ingots. That way, it's just a way after you get all the items you want and you don't want any more, it's going to allow us to do those quests to get some pretty much iron because you can convert it to iron. So, all right. Now we have Premium Shop. Looks like they're implementing various UI improvements again. So they're going to change the Premium Shop a little bit, the way it looks. And then other, we have Belle's character model has been reworked to better capture the magic of her character. You saw a small sneak peek of that in the trailer. Now crossplay or cross-platform play is now supported on the PlayStation console. This one I'm really curious about because I wonder, is it going to change up the rewards in the ranking in Dream Snaps? We're getting a whole influx of other players in there. So is it for both sides of the fence now that we're coming together, which I think this is one of the best things they could possibly do. I'm so happy PlayStation players are not excluded anymore. We're all together, which is what Disney's supposed to be about. And so I wonder also, is PlayStation users still going to be able to see all of our usernames? So if you did vote or you did Dream Snaps on PlayStation, they always had everyone's username, their gamer tag at the top left. Is that going to be what it's still going to be? So say I'm on PC, is someone who plays on PlayStation, even though we're all in the same pool, are they going to see Suro at the top left? I'm really curious about that. Now, continued optimization to reduce crash rates on all platforms. This is a big one. I feel like we see this every time. I'm really hoping they got some improvements for you, especially you Switch players, because I did experience Switch for the first time the past week when I was making a video. I feel your pain. They got to fix that. Like that's an absolute. It has to be fixed. Now, reduce loading times on player profiles with a particularly pronounced effect on valleys that have a high number of placed objects. Okay, so reducing the loading times, I'm really hoping so. Adjusted the schedule of critters in the valley to provide more accessible windows for finding some of the rarer animal companions. That's a big one. Some people are always at work at a specific time of day. Some people are always asleep at a specific time of day. Some of them, your partner might not be too happy if you wake up at 4 a.m. to go feed a in-game squirrel. So, I'm really happy that they're fixing that. Adjusted villager schedules to allow players to visit their favorite character any time of the day during periods when villagers would have previously been inaccessible. So they're talking about being asleep. They will now be found taking it easy at... Oh, wait, maybe not. Hold on. They will now be found taking it easy at home. Okay, so they're making it where they're not fully asleep is what I'm reading. And so no more like gone are the days of when you need someone for a dream snap and then you're like, dang it, Moana is asleep until 8 a.m. It's 2 a.m. I have a long time. I think that's what they're saying. And that is definitely something they should have had. And I'm happy that we have it now. And then adjusted the default sprint button on gamepad to left bumper to allow for a more comfortable use of the game camera. I think I experienced this on the Xbox also this last week making that video, and the sprint button was just holding down A, so now they made it on the trigger, which is funny because the left trigger is actually the first button I clicked on trying to see if it would work. So I guess naturally that is going to be easier. Now we are investigating further improvements to gamepad user experience for a future update, so please stay tuned for that. So the rest of this is top changes and bug fixes. We'll briefly go over that. So in short, we have a couple really nice things here. We are getting Remy's special delivery fixed, and we're getting 2 new avatar poses. They're making it where you can like edit and save items and stuff like that. So now these patch notes don't always reveal everything, and I know it's looking like there's really not much here. So I'm hoping that this update is still pretty big. This is pretty much all they shared off. Most of it was what we knew, and then premium stuff, so stuff you have to pay, and then new items in Scrooge's shop, a single new furniture piece like this thing they highlighted, which is just giving us the tool set skin and stuff like that for something that should have already been there. So like I said, hopefully they have a lot of hidden stuff in there and still lots of content. This is all they have shared for the new, like the expansion. So hopefully this is a lot larger than part 2 as well. They brought up just a new scramble coin piece. Jafar is coming to the valley. And then we have some new story with that. So maybe they're keeping, like I said, a lot of things a secret, and it'll be a big surprise for us. So I'm hoping so. Now, top changes and bug fixes. We'll just go over a few of these. I'll pause it on the screen here too, so you can take a look. But they have some quest fixes. So like a village, a project, timeless treasure, what's left behind quest, diamonds in the rough, my kingdom for a scroll. They're all getting fixed. So like my kingdom for a scroll, fix an issue in which Scrooge McDuck's chest would not spawn. We have a deal with Ursula quest. They fixed it where some players were unable to place the 4th crystal. We are also getting fixes for a restaurant makeover, the sundial, an alarming development, the tower does not compute, flying metal nuisance. A lot of these looks like it's from the expansion. Trouble in Paradise. Well, I actually looked this up because we had someone in our Discord server that was having trouble with this. It was a trouble in Paradise, and when I was researching it to see what could be the issue, a lot of players said that the flower pots could block your way. So it looks like that's finally getting fixed. That is awesome. They fixed an instance in which a small portion of the game progress could roll back after a crash. Oof. We got a visual bug which show incorrect moonstone value. I wish it would show an incorrect value of it increasing for me. Fix an issue in which would occasionally cause Vanellope to appear as invisible. I mean, she's glitching, right? We got an issue where you would occasionally disappear when placed in the player's house. Oh, doors. And then which the player would be unable to glide while their energy bar is yellow. An issue in which players did not receive gold edition or expansion pass rewards in their in-game mailbox. Oof! Can you imagine spending real money and you don't get your stuff? I'm glad they fixed that. We got an issue with Mac users would encounter online service errors. An issue which caused coffee tables to be difficult to grab in edit mode. Multiple different versions of the Oswaldian trolley tracks had the same name. Issue in which it was unclear what tasks needed to be completed to satisfy daily challenges in the boutique. I think that's the one where it wants you to have a glider on. And then an issue in which a bookshelf could be stuck in place in front of the interior door of the avatar's house. Oh, wow. An issue in which players would be unable to pick up books dropped from their inventory. Memory orbs could become unreachable under the sink in Remy's house. I wish they would fix it where I can get my coins back, because I have a coin stuck there where the memory orb can be unreachable. An issue in which the miracle fishing bait buff would last for longer than intended. And then an issue where placed popcorn buckets would occasionally disappear. Some clothing would not resize to your character's avatar. And then in which remove the small Nightthorn duty would not progress. So I gotta say, they mentioned something in here about how they are gonna fix it where we have like not much space, right? So I think I just worded that incorrectly, but they mentioned something during the developer thing that they were gonna make it where we had more space in our valley, and they didn't mention anything about that. We didn't know if it was like resizing furniture or houses, if you could make them bigger or smaller, if you could expand your biomes, or what that means. So I'm hoping we still see that, because I'm pretty sure they did mention something like that. But anyways, let me know how you guys feel about this update so far. Again, I don't think it's everything in there, so I'm hoping for some surprises, but I do know update is in just a couple days. I'm very hyped for it. We're gonna have a new star path too. We're gonna have all kinds of new items, some new quests. If you own the expansion, the DLC, you know you're gonna have even more content. And also, I believe on some platforms it is on sale right now, the expansion. So if you're interested in picking it up, take a look on your platform, see if it's in the shop, in the store, and see if it's on sale. It should be like 20% off or maybe 25% off. But anyways, that's it for the video. If you guys watched until the end, I really appreciate you. Hit that like button for me. Double check, make sure you are subscribed. We have a big week ahead of us, and I'll see you in the next one.